Hey, Michael. Um, I got your email about the pressure disk, and I just started redrawing or drawing the pressure disk. So I've got the drawing up here. Um, and I just wanted to go over a couple of things. Hopefully, this answers all your questions. Um, when you first go ahead and start this, I'm just going to go over my units were by default in inches. So to change that, I went to Tools, Document Settings, and then Units. And then I just changed it right there to millimeters. And hit close, and then my unit's updated. I opened a sketch on the front plane, and what I'm doing is, because there's a hole in this, I'm going to revolve this part, and I think you mentioned that that was your approach too, which is great, which is what they recommend. Um, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a center line down the middle, and I'm going to draw the profile around the outside, and then I'm going to revolve it around in a circle. So when I start that, I drew this line here. I just drew it as a standard line. And then I went to, let's go to the sketch tools. I made it a center line, just like this. So a center line is different than other kinds of lines, and I'll show you why real quick. I'm just going to delete these for a second. Okay, so if this is a normal, let's turn it into a construction line and redimension. From here to here. It's going to dimension between those two lines, just as you'd expect. But if we click here and we say center line, like that, turn construction off, and then we grab our dimension tool again. We go from here to here. Then it's going to dimension it as a diameter. So they call that a center line diameter, because what they're assuming you're going to do is revolve something with a hole in the middle. So it perfectly matches up with with the dimensions we have, because we're given diameters. Um, so what we're going to do is we're going to continue adding these dimensions like this. That's 170. And it's a little bit easier to do that than doing the math. So, and it's going to save you a lot of hassle in case you get, some math issues going on there. The other tool that's kind of nice is when you start the line tool and you want an arc instead, because a lot of times you'll draw line segments that connect to arcs. If you come back to the starting point and you press and hold shift, that now will turn into an arc tool, and we've got a tangent arc going on right here. And we can finish our sketch right there. Okay, so let's go ahead and offset this now. So we're going to go ahead and select all these lines, and then enter. Okay, and it was going to be 10. Okay, so now we've got 10 millimeters for a material thickness. I'm going to add some more lines. And then let's go ahead and add a few more dimensions and see if we can get this fully defined. I know that this is 30, and then the overall is 75. Let's go back to the drawing. It just tells us all the material thicknesses. That's 15, and they're there. Which we already have. All right. Oh, okay. Oh, and then the overall is 400 to the outside. Let's go ahead and add that one. Zero. Oh, that's 330. Okay, and then to find the dimensions, oh, it's just floating. Okay. So let's do this. Go there, press and hold shift. Then we'll go horizontal, and now we've got a fully defined sketch. Okay, so everything's fully defined. This looks good. Let's go ahead and do a revolve here. So revolve. And it's going to assume that it, some things about our axis, which was correct. It's using the profile there. It's going 360 degrees all the way around. So we're going to click OK, and then we're good. Okay. Then we're going to use this surface to create a sketch. So create sketch. It's going to go normal too. All right, let's go like this. Okay, so this, put over, press and hold shift. We'll go vertical, make those line up vertically. Actually, let's just add a line. Okay. That's going to be 12. Okay. And then we have to give it that 182 to the center. Let's see. Okay, 182. Okay. And now we can do a circular pattern with these. So it says geometry. We're going to select this. Let's see here. We're going to do 16. And there we get our geometry. So I think the thing that you were mentioning that was difficult was when you got here, we're going to do an extrude, but down here we're going to say cut right there. So we're going to select the profiles. Actually, let's see if we can select that whole sketch and then do extrude, cut. It's going to make me select all of them, I think. Yeah, go around and select all these. But you get the idea there. So if you go around and select all those, you use the cut. Make sure it's going the right direction. So see that arrow is going down. If it's going the other way, it's not going to cut through. So if your arrow is flipped up away from the material, it's not going to cut. Or if you've got this, the join on, it's just going to create more material. So make sure you're on the cut. You got it flipped down, and then your distance is either going, all the way through, or that it's set to a depth that will go through. And then once you do that, you've got holes in your part, and you should be good from there on out. So hopefully that kind of answers the questions you had. The other one you said was when you went back to edit, you got into a lot of trouble. So let's just go back and let's edit the sketch. So if we go there, you should be able to make changes from here. So if we want 20, then it's going to change. We can even change this one to 15, and it'll update. So you should be able to go back in and redo some of your dimensions. Let me know if this helps, or if you're still stuck on anything, and I can make another video for you.